Okay, greetings everybody. This is Lem once again, back with a new game. This is called Dear Esther. I picked this up not too long ago from one of the humble bundles that was going on. I just happened to pick this up as part of another set of games I was wanting, and this came along, and I was a little bit curious about it, so I looked up a little bit of information, and it just sounded really interesting, so I decided to give it a try. I don't know a whole lot about it, other than it sounds, from what I heard, it sounds like a game about exploration. People were saying Myst-like, but not quite. And I really liked in this series, so I like games that are like experiences, and that's what it sounds like this game is. I haven't too many. I've only seen a handful of screenshots from it, so it's going to be a rather blind playthrough here. Already I can see very pretty looking, quite a bit of attention to detail. So let's find out what this game's about. Okay, let's see here. It started off, Dear Esther. So you can hear me? Yes. I had to make sure my microphone was on. I've had a few times where I've left that off, but it's on. The little bar is going up and down anyway, so I assume that's a good thing. Huh. Okay, so I guess these are the places we're going to go to. The lighthouse. Place. Yeah. Why would I click on it? If no, whatever.
Dear Esther, I've lost track of how long I've been here, and how many visits I have made overall. Certainly the landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front of me. I could stumble blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting down to sea. Besides, I have always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Ah, okay. I'm in control. There's a said lighthouse. Now, I'm curious what one of these options does. Because there was field. Does that actually change the field of view of the game, or what is this doing? Oh yeah, it does change the field of view. Yeah, that wider field of view is kind of throwing me. I think this will do better. Very, very atmospheric so far. This is a second. Keyboard, mouse. I'm gonna down the sensitivity just a little bit. Yeah, that'll do better. Just like it's moving too fast. No, automatic flashlight. Very disgusting toilet. Okay, what controls do I have? Keyboard, mouse, forward, back standard, zoom in, mouse 1, quick save, take screenshots. Okay. Yeah, so I don't even know if there's objectives to this game. Okay, so this is, that's England? Kind of looks like England, but no, I don't think they have those islands up there, though. So you can only zoom in just a little bit. Route planner, and I can't read the rest. It's probably this island is what I'm looking at. I should zoom in a little more. Because I have a feeling this is one of those games where you have to explore and look around. Aberdeen, I think is what it says. Can sweetness and honesty find happiness together in a... Yeah, I might have to change my field of view again. It's like to zoom in. Options. Get it to here. Apply. Done. That doesn't actually help much. I think that says yogurt in a... Although there's an H in there. That's how you spell yogurt. Okay. This place is really a dump. Just people are playing some music apparently. You can't crouch or anything. Huh. Some kind of chemical formula. Hydrogen. Is that carbon? Oxygen. Hydrogen. And there's some... I'm guessing that's paint. I don't know. Alright, well, why painter? Or I guess I don't know if it's paint or not. Alright, let's look around some. Got a boat here. Oh. Planar geometry with plants. Going right through the boat. Minor nitpick there. Alright, let's see what else we got. So we got this lighthouse, and it looks like we got another lighthouse off in the distance there. Or some kind of, maybe it's a radio tower. Let's go to the low road first. Can't jump or anything, doesn't look like. At least I haven't found a way. Yeah, this does somewhat remind me of Myst a little bit. More specifically, like the later games like Uber, except navigation is much better. The input on the control input on Uber was just really messed up. Not very responsive at all. But they send me all the way to the end of this, and there's nothing over here. It's just like one wild goose chase. I bet that's what I end up with here. Okay, here's something. I wonder if there's other people here, or is this going to be like entirely like Myst, where it's just exploration? We got some fishing, and I have no idea what that is. Let me check my controls again. Let's see here. First mouse acceleration. Okay, go forward, back, swim up, zoom in. Okay, yeah, there's no crouching or anything. Let's just walk around. I have no idea what that is supposed to be. Okay, so I got some fishing stuff.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Huh, so I'm a loudmouth, in other words, which is currently not saying anything. Oh hey, another stairway. So it sounds like my dad left me when I was young and then came back, I think is what's going on here. Okay, my first, okay, that's interesting. We end up quarter circle, quarter circle, quarter circle, quarter circle. So, full circle of different radii. Wonder if it means anything. Probably does. Yeah, so I don't know if there's like traditional puzzles like Myst has. Because if it does, that looks like it included me at some point. But since I don't know what the puzzle is, I'll just remember that that's there. No, wait. There was a screenshot button. I should be taking a screenshot of that. Is it F7? Check that out. F5. Now does that go somewhere? I can take a screenshot, but I can't look at it, so that must not be functionality that I really need.
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Huh, okay. Alright, well, I'll go the... I don't know if I can go the other way or not. We'll go with the beaten path. I thought I saw a control for swimming. Keep going into the keyboard and mouse setting. Is there a swim up with a Q? Huh. What is that? And Is it backwards? Northeast. I guess that's supposed to say southwest, but that looks like a W, but that's more like an X. That definitely is. All right. Anyway. Oh, you can't go that way. Oh, tire, random tire. Oh, another random tire. So I guess you could fall down from there, but you can't get back up. Now, should I keep to the path or should I keep going around the island? Kind of looking around, seeing if there's a way over here.
Come back.
Okay, so I don't know if I died there or what happened. So that way is deathish. Alright. Oh wait. Where was the stairway? Back up. Is it over here? The game is obviously very slow and deliberately paced. I can deal with that. Sometimes it's nice to take a nice slow breather rather than rush to kill things or something like that. These things that probably are nothing could look like newspaper clippings. Obviously you can't read them, so. What is this thing? Or is it just, oh, it's just the top of a, that was nothing.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
Who's Donnelly? Obviously I can go up there. There's a hand railing.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Huh. So we got like illnesses or something. Just a second ago, it's down there. Hey, look, some stones. A stone mount or something like that.
They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradiction?
Try to thoroughly explore as much as I can. Get up there. Doesn't look like that one. Get up. Nope, that looks like a dead end. Hey, a boat.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Is that the cave or is that something else? I could probably go that way too, but let's go this way. Oh yeah, there's a path that way. We're gonna go this way.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Okay, what have we got going on here? Oh, they're making infrared ink, or fluorescent, or whatever it's called. That kind of looks like a tree. More chemical symbols. Couldn't tell you what that is. Monster, maybe? Another growing thing. And look, a bigger tree. When it comes to games like this, I'm always afraid I'm gonna take the wrong path. Because I've already skipped a section that was way back there. I don't know if it was important or not. I took the lower road instead of the upper road. Ooh. Ambience. Okay, so I'm taking it. There was a shipwreck of some kind. And then there were some inhabitants. That abandoned the island. And there was some kind of sickness. That's about what I've got so far. There's some guy named Connolly who doesn't understand the island. Kind of reminds me of Lost a little bit. There's just so many secrets. I'm walking towards the light.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
I have a feeling these symbols are telling a story as well. I just don't know my chemistry to know, Oh, maybe the other thing I saw over there was not so much a map, but was chemical symbols. I'm gonna go. I think it was over here, as long as they don't fall off the cliff. Yeah. Well, I can't see it from down here, or up here. It's still really beautiful graphics. Not quite state of the art, but just the art direction is just very, very serene. Nice attention to the global illumination and stuff like that. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. It means pretty lighting. So far I haven't run into any puzzles, so I'm guessing this game doesn't have any. Maybe it's just like an interactive story. Or... no, interactive's not quite the right word. I'm not actually interacting with anything. Ooh, what is this? Oh, okay.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Okay, here's another ship. Let's go this way. It's very odd how little you can zoom in. It is a very small container ship. What an engine they built this in.
All night the boy has kept me lucid. I sat when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island. I sat at the edge and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night. He's mute and he is retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf-mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
I think I'm supposed to see that right there. I thought I heard a voice or something. What is the island's secret? Okay, another path.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Looks like you should be able to walk up that. But I guess there's a collision box right there. There's all these weird symbols. I have not the foggiest idea what they are for yet. Okay, so we cannot go that way. I think I came down that road. There's another path this way. So it looks like a whole bunch of ships got shipwrecked. But why? The only thing that sucks is that if I think I missed something, I want to go back and look at it. It's going to take me a long time to get there.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Huh. Oh, hey, I can go down there.
What charnel house lies at the foot of this abyss? How many dead shepherds could fill this hole?
I wonder what it means by shepherds. Because, talking about the Bible before, I wonder if those are connected. A house of some kind?
I've begun to climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Looks like a stable of some kind. What's a bothy? I keep hearing them refer to that. I don't know what that word is.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jacobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
So when they talk about shepherds, I guess they mean real shepherds, not the biblical kind. Where's more of this paint? And sea monsters. Somebody's really obsessed with sea monsters.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
Lots and lots of books. Is this his book here? Aberdeen History. Can't read the name on the... Yeah, I can't read the name of who wrote it, but I've seen that the book was in the other place. So we got some eggs for eating, studying. I don't know. Obviously, somebody was hungry here. Lots and lots of books. If this was a Myst game, I'd be forced to read all this stuff. An ultrasound. Kind of like, is that a shirt? Somebody's sleeping here. Luggage. And more, definitely a scientist, because that's clearly more chemical symbols. Okay, that's where I came from. There's the. Wait, I thought that's. Oh no, the rocks on the other side. I'd probably die if I went down that way. Let's not do that. Or like another stable or something to check out over here. So I'm gonna go up this way. Because that looks pretty deadly over there. Get up there, get up there. Did it. Yeah, what is this stuff? I mean, they painted everywhere with it. Somebody was really obsessed. Somebody into science, and there's some sheet music laying around. Somebody into music. Don't know, maybe the same person. I think this is. Oh, wait. There. Am I supposed to understand what these symbols mean? Oh, hey. Always. That kind of looks like a grave. I'm not positive on that, but that would be my guess. It's like freshly dug dirt. Some kind of headstone. And the exploration moves on. So it's going to be slowly revealing little bits and pieces of, I don't know if you could call it story.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
Okay, so he's here because of drunk driving? A little confused by that.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
Huh. I wonder if this is misinspired because Uru had traffic cones and there's a traffic cone. Yeah, I have a hunch that the people who made this game are Myst fans. Okay, now I'm gonna die if I go that way. Let's see that. And they gotta be. That's gotta be what that's a reference to. You don't have random traffic cones for no reason. It's gotta be a Myst Easter egg. Well, maybe not Easter egg. But nod to the Myst series. You don't know what I'm talking about. Go play Uru. You'll find out. Is that bones I'm looking at? Or is that something else? Oh, another shipwreck. There's a lot of shipwrecks on this island. This is obviously not a happy place. It's just death and destruction everywhere. What does pique your curiosity is just like, what's going on? How did things get to be the way they are right now? Let's see here, I got the cave.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Okay, so I go in the cave. Or I can go over this way. Let's explore this way first. If this head goes anywhere, looks like it might just dead end. Because while he was talking, there was just like, almost like an audio thing. I wonder when the, I guess, inciting moment, where you finally realize what this whole game's about. Right now I'm just getting bits and pieces of stuff. Huh. Ah, Aberdeen history. I wonder if this is the book he was talking about. This must be Connolly's book, because it says he talked about throwing it down repeatedly, and well, here's a bunch of copies of that book. Good thing I went this way and not the other way. Now I'm kind of sad I didn't take that first path up. Probably missed some information. Maybe I can play it again and get that part. Because I'm not walking the whole way back. That would just take too long. More cave stuff. Oh, somebody was here. Somebody was here recently. There's a candle still lit. I mean, somebody else must be alive on this island. Yeah, I'm not alone. Huh. Oh. Ow. sound like it hurt.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is, has gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us and whatever correspondence could be drawn from the wet rocks.
Okay, I guess I'm fine then. Wait, how did I survive the fall without breaking anything? Or maybe I am the person. Let's see, there's another candle. Darn it, my flashlight broke. We got some more cave drawings over there. Can I go over there? But just stalactites? Tights are the ones to put down? Oh, and mites. I know there's a clue. Are these natural or are those paintings too? Huh. There's a path up that way. Let's go this way.
They'd stopped the traffic back as far as the Sandford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched Paul time it to the second on his watch.
Now what is that? Oh, this is like a... Oh, it is a diagram. It looks like a circuit diagram. That's definitely a circuit diagram. Well, I mean, a circuit diagram, but it's like a schematic or something. More paint. I don't know if that's splattered or... Oh, it's like a bat. Definitely, like, circuit diagrams or something. Chemistry? And it looks like a monster of some kind. Oh, wait. That's a map. That looks like a river with a bridge across it. I don't know if that's what it is, though. That's what it kind of looks like. And that I have no idea. Now that's a person. With arrows pointing to him. Very, very bizarre. Are we going to find out what it means, or is this one of those games where you have to come up with your own meaning of what's going on? Hey, waterfall. Or some kind of... Oh no, it is a waterfall. Very cool. Do I go down there? Yeah, if nothing else, this game is very pretty, even though I don't know what the point is. Nice way to block further progress. See, I don't know if this is somebody painted this, or is that like a natural, like this like algae or something. Oh hey, I'm on top of the waterfall. What if I go up there next? Don't slip. So there's a candle again. Somebody had to have been here recently in order for there to be candles. Big, large cave.
I'm traversing my own death throes.
Oh,
The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
nope, and that's it. That's all I got. Yeah. More circuit diagrams. I don't know why. Oh hey, this is a monster. Monster over there. I really don't know what the point of the zoom function is. It makes almost no difference. You're like barely zooming in. I have a feeling that's the correct way to go, but I'm going to go over here. Let's go over here just to be thorough about things. Well, not being super thorough, but being a little bit curious. I don't see anything over here. Yeah, now the menu showed 4 chapters. I wonder how far I've gotten along that progress. I don't remember which one the cave was. What's that? Oh. It keeps getting symbols similar to this, and every time they're slightly more. You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of reminds me of like a pathogen. I think that has to do with the sickness. We're talking about. What is this? Weird looking. No idea. No. 2 ways to go. Let's go this way.
I will hold the hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Splatters. Oh, hey. Behold, Damascus taken. Not a clue what that means. Damascus. Everything is written backwards. Or is that intentional? Is it intentionally written backwards? Yeah, because this is forwards. HO. Hydrogen oxide. Yeah, this definitely looks like a virus. Spreading virus. That's my guess. Because he's a scientist, he's trying to figure out the disease, maybe? Let's see here. Away from being a city. And it shall be a... What's that other word? And it shall be a... What is it? Ruinous? Ruinous. Need? Is need the last word? And it shall be a ruinous... Need? Heat? Head? Head, maybe? I'm not sure what that last word is. If this keeps going too far, I'm going to explore the other direction too. Unless these guys meet up. That sometimes happens. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go back and check the other direction. I want to see where that goes. Oh, I'm guessing the other one dead ends, since this one seems to keep going. But might as well be thorough and just see where everything goes. Let's see why these don't break off. A little more interactivity. The only thing is the world is very, very beautiful, but very, very static. There's like no interactivity with the world. Even in a passive way, like nothing responds to me at all. It's like I'm not here. I'm like a ghost. In fact, I wonder if I was a ghost if I hadn't fallen, and then apparently been in pain for a little bit. No. And thing to look up. That is... I'm well below the surface right now. But just look how gorgeous that is. They obviously put a lot of time into this. go up this way, or is this a dead end? Okay, no, that's a dead end. I had to be certain. Had to be certain. Yeah, I don't mind taking it slow for the initial investigation, but then what? Those areas that you've explored, it lets you move a little bit faster. Those are some very regular looking rocks. Do I have to go under? Hey, another waterfall. Maybe it's the same waterfall. Am I gonna be do I have to jump down this guy? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Let's give it a try and see what happens. Wait, what? Oh, is that the... Okay, that was the car. That was kind of bizarre. So was I hallucinating? Is the island... So I didn't take too much time to look at it because I thought it was drowning, but that would look like the, perhaps the car accident that people were referring to. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for... I think I'm ready for a break. We'll do it for part 1. Obviously I was in that cave for a while because it's now nighttime. But overall, I don't know what to think so far. It's very atmospheric. It's obviously telling a story, but it's not really a game. I think I kind of heard that, where it's not quite a game that you play. It's more like an interactive. So I suppose my opinion on how this will probably be based upon how good the ending is. So that's all I can promise. So I'm intrigued at this point, and we'll see where it goes. Thanks for watching part 1. Look forward to part 2.